and everyone knows, of course, the history that went on with Paul and Vince. With you being an ECW original going back so far, what do you think are some moments where you really saw Paul's genius on display being around him so long?
Paul was he was great. He was amazing at a lot of things. But what he really and I don't know if it's good or bad, but he was just he flew by the seat of his pants. He was very unpredictable. He was not very organized. And I'd be lying to you to say, like, when I won the world title, I found out, and I think he just, like, mid show, like, I didn't know I was even doing anything. I thought I was just doing a promo that night, and I ended up beating Tommy Dreamer for the title. He really ran by the seat of his pants, really, like, seeing stuff as it was happening and kind of going on the fly. That was his genius. And he was a great, more than a great booker, and he was a great booker, he was a great motivator. He made me feel like I could run through a brick wall. He would talk you up. He was like the best coach. He made you believe in yourself, which for a lot of guys, that could be, especially when you've been in the WWE and it's such a big machine, you get swallowed up and chewed out real quick. And if you're not mentally tough, like really strong mentally and got an understanding and are sure of yourself, it's very hard sometimes. You don't know, they fuck with you a lot. They'll put you in situations just to test you, and it's hard as a young man to understand it. But he would just when I was in ECW, man, he just made me believe that I could be the best in the world. Whether I was or not is not the question. He made everyone, not just me. He made Van Dam. He made Sabu, Dreamer, the Sandman, who couldn't work a lick back in the day. But he made everybody believe in themselves, which in turn is a huge, like, that's a gift in itself, right? He's a great motivator, and I would say that was his biggest superpower. Was yes, he was a good booker. Yes, he came up with good storylines and stuff, but he was just the best motivator, made you believe in yourself. And when you make anybody believe in themselves, they can do anything, and he facilitates that as well, So it was just, again, right place, right time. And it was just wild because you could do no wrong there. Even if you did something that was not, it didn't work. Well, it's like, man, it didn't work. You didn't lose your job. Just like, oh, we'll do something different next time. If he was with you, he'd be with you. It was a commitment. Whereas in WWE or even AEW and a lot of other places, like you fuck up once or twice and you're out. There goes your push. Over there, it wasn't like that. Paul would really stick with his guys and gals that he was going with, and it was a beautiful thing, man. Really was. That was his biggest strength.
Rewind, recap, relive. For over 50 episodes, the revolutionary force in wrestling interview.